So end of day decline off of a peak or crest. Looks like we were pretty solid about this opportunity here early in the morning to get out of short position. Would have been a pretty solid bullish trade there as well. But it looks like end of day we have a decline, and then what happened? Got to be that decline at the end of the day. I mean, we've still got about a half hour, but oh, matter of fact, this is the sideways S. Oh man, perfect timing too. Look at that. That's like almost perfect. Like 15 after, down, up, down, sideways S. What's interesting is that we have the Ace of Swords energy correlating to the end of the day here in the midst of these rallies to the upside. And then we have this Tower card selling, like a notable sell-off from a peak or crest. Ace of Discs is a trade opportunity, significant trade opportunity. And my sense is probably based on the trade. No, there's a trade at the high too. Interesting. That's what I should have extended that. Fits right in here in the middle. Anyhow, so Ace of Discs. I mean, it's an open up in the pre-market. There's some erratic behavior there in the early pre-market there, and a sharp drop out of the open. But I think it's likely a bullish day, and there's likely a trade opportunity. Ah, I see it. Okay, now it's making sense to me. So this is nullified. There's a trade opportunity at the high, but the high is tomorrow. Looks like probably end of day. I'm not seeing any other. There's only one trade opportunity here, end of day. Yeah, these dailies at the end of the month are really tricky, guys. The heck? I have two each trade platforms open at the same time. That's a new one. Helpful though. Yeah, see, big moves, big swings. We drop and then we have a big move up, drop and have a big move up, right? So like the 26th, don't decline there. I mean, I think we'll probably still have a prominent trough here at the end of the week. Maybe even on the 30th. Yeah, Prince of Discs, sideways rotation. And there was a definitive day trade today. I mean, here and then right at the close, you could say. But I think this will probably end up being a better place to exit a bullish trade. If you open up a bullish trade here, probably a better place to close it end of day on the 26th. End of day on the 26th. Some significant price swings tomorrow, guys. A lot of crazy behavior in the pre-market, looks like, and then some swings in the mid-afternoon. I mean, in mid-morning. Swings like throughout the day, really. I think the 26th, the 27th will really open up lower. Hey B, hey Raymond. Yeah, I think the optimal point to open up for to close a bullish trade tomorrow would have been here at this low. This would be the optimal place. There's no really, I'm not really seeing an entry point I'm seeing an exit point for a bullish trade at the end of the day. And an opportunity to open up a long position. So annoying. Man, these robocalls are just getting like out of hand. Scum of the earth. I would say like the next few days are really tricky, Raymond. Like, if you're trying to get out of the hole, it's probably high risk the next few days based on just how tricky everything is. But if you look at the 1 month, the next trade on the 1 month is at the end of the day on the 27th. And that's likely a bullish trade, it looks like. Yeah, bullish trade, that would, you close that bullish trade probably on the 3rd. Either the 1st or the 3rd. So you'd want something that expires if you're going to open up a long position. You'd want something that expires like out past the 10th to be safe. And nothing out of the money, it should be at the money. There's too much like swinging going on here. See, we're coming up against the 200 day. Last time we came up against the 200 day, we poked through it just momentarily, came back down. There's a big decline, right? It almost appears like we have these like lower opens with bullish days ahead, but it's really hard for me to determine because there's so much going on. When you have a lot of volatility or price swings, and it becomes difficult to, when it becomes difficult to determine direction, it means that there's a lot of price swinging and volatility going on, because a lot of change over a short amount of time makes for the cards needing to kind of, their energies stack up on top of each other rather than like linear. They're like smashed together. Will Tesla sell off? The 1 year, yikes. That's what it's looking like. There's like some swings tomorrow. There is a trade opportunity in the midst of a move higher tomorrow. This is for Tesla. There's a trade opportunity in the midst of a move higher tomorrow to make, it appears, a bearish trade, like open up a short position. But there's very likely a low here. Maybe not a lowest low per se, but like a significant low should form here towards the end of the week. This is leading me to believe more so, giving me more confidence in there being a low on the S&P 500 when we see things like there's these correlating lows as well. That's February, right? Yeah, see, this is the Tower card that we're seeing now. We had the Sideways S. Now we get into the Tower card. So we should see a notable drop here. Yeah, like there's some severe price swings tomorrow, so like it's a tricky time to be opening up a position. A lot going on. Um, Glad you made back the loss at least, Raymond. Me personally, outside, well, I like passed on the opportunity this morning to sell my put because it wasn't profitable. I haven't out of the money. So it just, I mean, it's like it's such a little amount of money. It's like I might as well like see if it's going to do it. Um, I think it's really tricky the next couple of days. It's really tricky. Because the Magus card can mean either direction, right? We've got the month on the month, excuse me, on the 1 month we've got the oppression card, which can be to the upside or the downside. I think it's probably both. I think we're probably within a channel or a range here. See, like it's decline, erratic behavior, decline, incline, incline, decline, price level, incline, decline with opportunity to open up long position. It's like crazy. There's just a lot going on, and this is the price swings card, the two of wands. So pretty tricky day tomorrow. The following day, though, on the 27th, we open lower, probably notably lower. I mean, the prudent thing outside, well, the prudent thing would be to take the loss and just position yourself, like prepare to position yourself for a better one. The like what I want to do may not be the right thing to do because like I have a position. I'm gonna wait until the 27th, but it's not like I'm not certain about the direction on the 26th or the 27th at this point because there's just too much going on. So it's kind of risky. If you're prudent, you get out, you take the loss. If you didn't do that this morning. Yeah, I think that's probably the next trade exactly, Raymond. Open up a call position at the money at the end of the day on the 27th and close on the 3rd of February. Either the 1st or the 3rd, because there may be a good opportunity on the 1st. The 3rd is probably a higher price level, but the longer you have your money in the market, the more things can go wrong. You know what I mean? So you want to get in and out when you have a profit, better than like, oh, there might be a bigger profit. So either the 1st or the 3rd. But yes, I think that's the next trade. If outside, well, if you have a strong risk tolerance, or it's like money that you can like throw on the side, like if you can watch the money disappear, I'd say hold it till the 27th. If it's like super important and you need that money, like make sure you should probably take the loss just to be on the prudent side. But what I'm doing personally is I'm holding. I have an out of the money put. It's like it doesn't. What am I going to sell it for like $30? You know what I mean? But yeah, that's where it starts to get clear again. Is towards the end of the day on the 27th. Even maybe on the 30th, there might be an opportunity to open up a long position too. Hmm. Hmm. Why do I have that arrow there? Probably because the Knight of Swords kind of like stretches out a lot. You got a lot of swords going on. There's probably something to do with legislation, possibly on the 31st. That's going to be the high right there. So we've got Ace of Wands here, we've got Ace of Wands here. It's looking like there may be an opportunity on the first, the second, and the third. Like 3 separate opportunities, really. But that's what I'll be doing. Yeah, sorry, my friend. Sorry about that outside well. It's getting really, these next 2 days are really getting murky. It's like so much going on. You might even be able to like sell it on the end of the day. If you purchase the call on the 27th, you might even be able to sell it at the end of the day on the 30th. There's a lot of like, there's still a lot of price swinging going on over those next few days. So we've got a Ace of Wands, which is opportunity to open up a short position here on the 30th, and the same thing going on with the Princess of Wands, Ace of Wands again. So this is like moving to the upside, but in ahead of like a decline of some kind that offers an opportunity, you know. So a lot of price swinging, but I think there's probably, if you get in at a low on the 27th, it shouldn't be too difficult to find a price level that seems appropriate to close out for a profit here. Ace of Wands midday on the 30th, Princess of Wands early afternoon on the 31st. I'm not sure, we may open lower on the first, but then another Ace of Wands. These are exits. These are places to exit a long position. Yes, Raymond. That's my sense, is that there's a higher high on the third. Rally continues into like the third, is my sense. Where did it go? Yeah, and then mid-February gets kind of ugly. Another high at the end of the month, though. Like I said, guys, the first few months of the year are going to be really wild, like back and forth with a lot of like repeating of highs and lows. Outside, well, you must have not been on yesterday, though, I'm guessing, because I was saying that the exit would be in the morning. I feel bad. But I did say exit would be in the morning, you know? Especially because we have, it's been all bullish, right? And we have, for the theme card for January, we have this move higher to resistance to like a new local low, or a new local high, and then a decline back down through that same price level shortly thereafter. It's probably this price level right here, is my sense. Oh wait, that's Tesla. Sorry guys. Let's see. Yeah, right here. that? We'll need the science card. Forget that line. It's the science card. So this is the price level that we poke up through briefly and then come back down. Right, so we've got this selling from near overbought territory on RSI, right? We're in the near, well, we're getting towards near overbought territory relative to the rest of the chart. This is pretty overbought. This is near overbought territory on RSI that we're at right now, and we're already at a peak. So there's supposed to be sell-off from the near overbought crest or peak, crossed with this like move higher through resistance, stable, to briefly break back down through the same price level there shortly after. So we are looking at a decline. We are looking at a decline, guys. I see it coming. It may not, how, I thought I moved this. This got moved again. But remember, I moved this to up here, kind of, and made it more round. I'm not so sure that this is the right location anymore, just based on how much of the drop we missed because of the weekend. I would be happy with something around here. And that lines up pretty well with the February reading where we have lowest lows here on the 9th and 10th. Lowest lows for February, to be clear. I mean, we pretty much nailed this area. Jeez. Yeah, I think we do, outside of well, I think we open higher tomorrow. The Ace of Discs is another tricky card in that position because it speaks of support in a lot of cases, but that doesn't mean it's not like a higher support. We have the revisiting of a crest early in the morning too that we recently met, so there's going to be a lot of erratic behavior early in the morning, a lot of price swings throughout the day, it looks like. The 27th is where we should have like another gap down overnight. It is nullified though, which again is another reason why my sense is like the next clear trade is end of the day on the 27th. There's a lot of like missing pieces of information between the like today, the 26th, and the 27th. Not all the pieces are visible. It would appear. Nine minutes left. That's that tower card, which is also correlating to the completion of a trend. You can see we have the completion of the bullish trend start in the 1 to 2 o'clock hour. Maybe it's a little late. This is what, just after 2. Completion starts, and then we have the completion energy again. We've really completed this bullish trend. But then there's more erratic behavior with some bullish energies here in the pre-market. Some real price swings here, guys. Real price swings. How are you, Hermes? Are you crying? Oh, you funny guy. You're a funny guy. All right, guys. I think I'll roll. Um, any last questions? It's looking like probably the end of the day on the 27th. You know, the thing is, we may open lower. I know I said higher, but we may open lower. And my reasoning, thinking this is why it's so complicated. It's like really difficult to determine, is because we have this correlation. These yellow translucents are correlation to the Ace of Wands card, which is opportunity to open up short position. You can see here towards the end of the day it was an opportunity to open up a short position, but that would lead me to believe that we open lower, or there's some opportunity in here somewhere. But then when we look at the Ace of Discs, it's kind of saying the opposite. We open higher. So, you know, there's a lot of volatility. You should just be positioned for volatility. You're welcome, Outside Wealth. Sorry I let you down, man. All right, guys. With that said, though, remember that rule of karma, and I'll see you guys